It's here, veterans. We've been talking about it for years now, and it's here. Guess what? Change is on the horizon, so be very cognizant of it. I want to be very, very blunt when I state this, is that no way, shape, or form are we trying to flare up any type of condition that you are currently dealing with. We empathize with you, and we're here with you in support. So if you have any issues of that matter, don't hesitate to reach out, as we'll be able to try to provide you the support you need as soon as possible.
"2025 VA regulations. Many changes are happening, and what we want to unpack today is the world of mental health and the changes and how our veterans can be impacted regarding their future claims for mental health, which includes PTSD, includes insomnia, includes depression, anxiety, and a ton of different conditions, which I want to ensure that you understand that. So today, what Mr. Davis is going to be doing is really unpacking how the regulation changes are going to affect mental health in 2025.
Yes. Again, it's here. It's here, veterans. We've been talking about it for years now, and it's here. Guess what? Change is on the horizon, so be very, very cognizant of it. But at the end of the day, stay informed. Stay informed. That's what we want, is that you stay informed. What we know is what you know, and what you know, please, we want to know too. But we're here for you. So when we're talking about the mental health change, I do want to go ahead and let everyone know that this is a very sensitive subject. So at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we take precedence in regards to the sensitivity of this matter. This matter is not a joking matter. We are simply providing information, and with that information, you guys could take what you like with it. But now when we talk about these things, I also want you to know that that these may be trigger warnings for some. And now I want to be very, very blunt when I state this, is that no way, shape, or form are we trying to flare up any type of condition that you are currently dealing with. We empathize with you, and we're here with you in support. So if you have any issues of that matter, don't hesitate to reach out, as we'll be able to try to provide you the support you need as soon as possible.
Absolutely, definitely. We have the contact information on the screen. Please reach out to us with any questions or assistance that you may need in regards to, proving your claim and different nuances of getting service connected for mental health. And also reach out to the different preventions and different networks where we actually have that information on the screen as well, because you want to make sure that you are receiving the adequate support and care that you need and deserve. And you want to do that at the very moment that you anticipate actually having dealing with those issues.
Yes. At any point in time, are you dealing with something of that matter that could be impinging your mental health? Make sure that you make an appointment. Make an appointment with a professional that you can actually speak with to support you. And if it's beyond that, please call the VA crisis line. Though we have no affiliation with the VA whatsoever, we are in support of veterans utilizing the VA, because it's still a veteran agency that supports you. Okay, the VA crisis line is there, so please make sure that you give them a call if you're beyond that point of calling your primary care physician or your therapist or psychiatrist or whoever. Okay.
Absolutely. So thank you for that, Kenneth. That's really important. And, what's really important is for our veterans to remain prepared, right? We are the Prepare to Compete podcast. We definitely want to have the preparation, right? And we're entering the fourth quarter of the year. And, oftentimes in the fourth quarter, 2025 initiatives come out, right? My mom just got a 2025 car, and it's still 2024, right? Shout outs to her, right?
Hey, we see you, Mom. See you shining.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that just lets you know how proactive, automakers are, for example, to use that, analogy there, in doing things because they may have started producing that car 2023, 2024. And so when we're thinking about these proposed changes, we've been hearing about it for a number of years, right?
Yeah.
And seems like these proposed changes are going to happen. And Kenneth, what are some of the proposed changes for mental health? And is it going to be a positive direction or a negative direction you anticipate for our veterans?
Well, a lot of times when we talk about regulation change, veterans are shaking in their boots, right? Because we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's coming down the pipeline. You don't know. But some veterans, I mean, we're talking about some of the biggest, toughest people out here. But again, if you don't know what your future entails, it's very difficult to stay focused, right? So now with this change, guess what? This is why you stay informed. This is positive. This is positive news for veterans dealing with mental ailments. Okay, obviously this proposal is still coming out again, April 2025. Okay. But with this proposed change, we want you to understand that a zero non compensable rating is not a thing for mental health anymore. It's not something that is true. So if someone tells you that, hey, we want I'm sorry, that we're providing you a rating of 0%. Well, we know what to do with that, right? Let's crumple that up and send it back right back to them, right? So, non-compensable rating is being removed. Okay, that non-compensable rating used to be, simply for veterans dealing with mental health ailments with a pretty low severity of issues, which again, that provided you a 0% rating. Okay, though you are dealing with severity, mental health severity issues, we understand that flare-ups again happens often, right? As a veteran, so with that being said, now it is totally removed. 10% is the bare minimum. So, and that sounds like we're removing that 10% from tinnitus and putting it right here for for mental health, right? But again, a lot of these proposed changes are made. They're coming down the pipeline. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that many of these legislations and changes are not always bad. These updated directives, these updated manuals, trust me, it's a lot of good information and it's a lot of support here for you. But beyond that, so when we're talking about mental health, I also want you to understand that 100% rating for mental health typically meant that it impinged your duties of work and you could not do any work related duties consistently. So it is very difficult to be able to keep a job. So now mental health ratings at 100%, it removes the impairment of work related duties. So now you must typically had a issue where work, okay, your occupation it was interfering with your occupation and you could not work on a consistent basis. You then actually providing you impairment where it is an issue for your financial abilities, your mental abilities, and also physical abilities. Well, that is no longer the case. So impairment of work is not a thing anymore. So I want you guys to understand that is being removed at 100% as well. Okay. So again, that is again when we're talking about 100% mental health, 100% mental health.